Welcome here to Killeen in County Limerick for the Junior B Munster quarter-final between Inagh-Kilnamona and Ballyheigue. Here in a very windy and a very wet Killeen here, but it's Inagh-Kilnamona on the attack. That's Joe Gallagher with the ball. He gets it down. A good ball across there and cleared the way for Inagh-Kilnamona in towards the forward. Shane Griffin trying to get on it, but it's been cleared up here by Ballyheigue man who's been tripped and fouled, and that Ballyheigue man is Adrian Flahev there from Ballyheigue. He gets an early free. Accidental trip there. So Ballyheigue with the first free of the game inside the first minute of play. Here he comes. He sends it down the side of the field, but it's cut out there by McGonaghy. He sends a great ball in towards Thomas Barry with a shot, and it's in the back of the net. Thomas Barry there puts that ball in the back of the net. A great clearance by Michael McGonaghy, and Thomas Barry has sent the Inagh-Kilnamona team into the lead in the first minute of this game. Inagh-Kilnamona once again. Dermot Gannon, their captain, with the ball. Dermot wins a free there for Inagh-Kilnamona, and the free I think that Dermot will take himself. So a great start, because Inagh-Kilnamona are playing into this fairly stiff breeze here in this first half. As the Ballyheigue player got injured there in that. I think it's Joe O'Halloran, I'm not sure. I think is it or is it a cornerback, Michael Walsh? He's down injured, seemed to have picked up an ankle injury very early in this game, to be picking up an injury, and hopefully he'll be able to resume his position. Inagh-Kilnamona, great open minute there from Inagh-Kilnamona. Michael McGonaghy with a super ball into the full forward line. Thomas Barry catching the ball, and Dan Shanahan style into the corner of the net. So Michael Watts is back on his feet, able to resume. Dermot Gannon standing over this free, the first free for Inagh-Kilnamona. He's hitting it into the elements. It's looking good, and it's straight over the bar. Inagh-Kilnamona go into a 1-1 to no score lead. There's only just under 3 minutes in this game gone. Joe Healy with the puck out here for Ballyheigue. Out he comes, ball lobbing somewhere around the middle of the field. It's been won there by Shocker, Damien Shaughnessy. With the ball won back here, Alan Lawler, and it's a line ball. Good work there by Killian Rowan.
Push right in.
Line ball be taken. Inagh-Kilnamona, but it's been cut out there by number 5 was John Joe Calv. Sends it down the field. Ball it's in back in by Joe Gallagher. Shane Griffin, a great catch by Shane, gets the ball. Ball breaks away. Ty Carroll trying to tidy this ball up here for Ballyheigue, but it's intercepted here. Ballyheigue win the ball back. I know Ballyheigue will try and clear their lines to get the ball out the wing. Number 8 there for Ballyheigue is Alan Lawler. He gets the ball down the sea, but it's again it's Shocker on the ball. He probably deserved a free, and he did get a free. Damien Shaughnessy doing excellent work there. We can see why he was brought into the team here. Dermot Gannon once again will stand over this free.
Shane, well done.
So Inagh-Kilnamona will be thrilled with this start. Dermot Gannon sends it in, it goes in low this time, and it goes out for a wide ball. Just didn't get the trajectory, and it goes out harmlessly wide in the end off an Inagh-Kilnamona player. Joe Healy once again teeing up this puck out here for Ballyheigue. Conditions are very poor here, but the field is in excellent condition, and fair play to Kilidi GAA for hosting this game here today. It is November. Jason Griffin there gets the ball out for Ballyheigue. Ballyheigue now trying to set up an attack. This ball goes right in, and it's well covered there by fullback Joe Griffin. Joe gets it out here to Brian Arthur. Padraig Devitt, and Padraig there wins the free. His jersey was pulled there as he tried to clear that ball, and it's a free out. Jason Griffin sending over this, Joe Griffin sending over this one. Ball has been brought out, I think, for, was it descent? Dermot Gannon going all the way back. He's trying to launch this one into the full forward line. It's a swirling breeze, very hard for a free taker here today, but Dermot Gannon sends a high ball in. This is going to test any full back line. It goes into Moss, but it just goes a bit long. Tomas Barry just couldn't get to it, and the ball goes wide. Still 1-1 to no score. We've got almost 7 minutes gone in this Munster quarter final here in Kilidi, County Limerick. Joe Healy, certainly the busier of the two goalkeepers in this first half. It's John Healy, rather. John Healy with the puck out. He sends the ball down the far side of the field. Up goes Damien Shock, receiver, but the ball goes out over the line, and it's a line ball for Inagh-Kilnamona. Damien Shock this is going to take this one, the very experienced Damien. Sends the ball up along the wing. Killian Rowan is in there trying to win it. Using his strength, still Killian in there, but it's won there by Ballyheigue man, and that's the Ballyheigue full back, who is Kevin O'Mahony. And the ball goes out over the line once again, and it's going to be a line ball for Inagh-Kilnamona. Dermot Gannon is going to take this one. I'm not sure if it's a line ball or a free. I think it's a free the way he's standing over. It's actually a free. So Dermot Gannon busy here on these frees. He's a long way out. He sends a good ball this time in. Tomas Barry will be the target. Tomas puts the hand out, and Tomas gets the hand to it, gets the ball across, but it's cut out here by Ballyheigue, and the ball, and good work by Tomas Barry there, and he forces John Mike Carroll out over the line, and it's yet again Dermot Gannon will stand over this one, I think, for a 65 for Inagh-Kilnamona. So all the pressure being put on in these opening 8 or 9 minutes of this half, all the work has been done by Inagh-Kilnamona. They seem to have the breeze. It's hard to judge it. It seems to be blowing one way 1 minute and the next way the other. So at the moment, judging by the flags at the far side, Inagh-Kilnamona have this breeze. Dermot Gannon with the free, and Dermot Gannon with an excellent fight there for his 65, and that puts Inagh-Kilnamona in a good lead, 1-2 to no score. 9 minutes gone. Dermot Gannon, captain of this team, who were the double champions in Clare, having won the league as well. John Joe with the puck out once again. It comes down here. It's won by a Ballyheigue man. That's number 7, Mark Mulville. Mark Mulville down the wing. It's been, ball goes in there, but it's cut across here by Devitt. Padraig Devitt there, fighting hard for this ball. And Ballyheigue's number 19 with the ball. That's Padraig Regan. Ball cleared out here, but it comes to a Ballyheigue man. Good ball across, but it breaks down to Killian Rowan. Killian Rowan on his own gets the ball in. Good ball into Tomas Barry. And this is Tomas Barry. Great skill by Tomas Barry. And an excellent point by Tomas Barry. Sends that ball over the bar. 1-3 to no score. Great work by Killian Rowan there. He picked out Tomas Barry. I passed it with the stray there from Ballyheigue. Killian Rowan cut it out. Tomas Barry did the rest. John Healy here in goals again with the puck out. Paul Keaton at the other side. I think he'd probably be cold at this stage. He hasn't got much to do. Ball sent down the far side. Keane Shannon. And Keane Shannon, it just tails off and it just goes wide. A great effort from Keane Shannon there. Good ball in again by Michael McGonaghy. There's a lack of slitters here for this goalkeeper to puck out the ball, and certainly Inagh-Kilnamona will want to use this breeze and they won't want. So Cathal McGonaghy there, the very fit Cathal, running up there quickly in to supply the slitters. Cathal, of course, was a member of the senior Inagh-Kilnamona team and a decent footballer as well.
Midfield. He's okay, Tom, he's alright.
John Healy with the puck out. Breaking down near the middle of the field, the ball breaks down. Fighting there for the ball. Both teams trying to get the upper hand. Michael McGonaghy doesn't come to him. It comes to Ballyheigue man. Ballyheigue with a lot of changes on the team. Number 28, Paddy Carroll there working hard. Dermot Gannon flicks the ball out, or it comes to Cathal Griffin. Cathal Griffin to Joe Gallagher. The ball breaks down the ground, but still Joe working hard. Gets the ball out. And away comes Michael McGonaghy here. Working hard. He's been surrounded by three men, and Alan Lawler there, who's playing well for Ballyheigue, gets the ball down to his centre forward, Richard O'Mahony. Dermot Gannon, great work by Gannon, sends the ball in, and another attack here for Inagh-Kilnamona. Thomas Barry, the target man. Thomas trying to get the ball up, he's very strong. Keane Shannon, the very skillful Keane Shannon, beautiful pick up, but the ball breaks away from him. It's very cold out there and hard to keep that ball in the hand. Ballyheigue trying to get the ball out. Shane Griffin working hard. It's a day for working hard here. Good ball by McGonaghy up along the wing. Dermot Gannon here in front of us. But the ball is cleared away here. It comes to Joe Gallagher. Joe sends the ball across here towards Michael McGonaghy. The ball goes past him. Killian Rowan is there. But out comes the Ballyheigue man, and Killian Rowan there has been deemed to have fouled number 5 there, who's John Michael, who wins it for Ballyheigue. And Ballyheigue will be anxious at this stage of the game. There's 13 minutes gone to get a score on the board. It's 1-3 to no score in favour of Inagh-Kilnamona, who have the strong breeze, it must be added. They'll need all this lead. So the free taken there by Jason Griffin. It goes down the field there, but it's well covered there by Joe Gallagher again. Joseph Gallagher up along the wing. Killian Rowan runs on to, kicks it forward towards Dermot Gannon. Quick pick up by Gannon. Turns and looks for Keane Shannon. Keane, the very experienced man. This man played in the county senior football final with Inagh Simon, and you can see why, because he can do it with the big ball, and he certainly can do it with the small ball. Great score by Keane Shannon, who scored 8 points in the county final. Really lively forward Keane there, and great work by Keane. He sends that ball over the bar. John Healy sends the ball out towards the middle of the field. The ball breaking. Damien shocked to see he's over this one. Damien picks it up. It's still Damien. He goes on a bit of a run. He's looking for a man. He's found that man. Oh, superb catch by Shane Griffin. He's been blocked down. Still Shane. But the ball comes out here. Michael McGonaghy is coming onto it. Brave Michael McGonaghy here. He uses his foot. And Michael pulls on the ball. Up towards Shane Griffin once again. Shane Griffin with the ball. Shane goes for the score. And that's an absolutely fantastic score from Shane Griffin. From out here, right out on the sideline. Michael McGonaghy doing the great work there, get the ball up to Shane Griffin. Shane Griffin did the rest. Both corner forwards here for Inagh-Kilnamona have produced 2 fantastic points here in the last couple of minutes. And they stretched their lead 1-5 to no score. And Inagh-Kilnamona are making hay here while the breeze is strong here. The sun certainly isn't shining. All Gannon and the O'Looney boys and Cathal McGonaghy be very happy here on the sideline. A lot of the puckouts are going out that side, far side of the pitch. One here by Ballyheigue and they win a free. And Jason Griffin, the number 6 here in centre back for Ballyheigue, is taking this one here. He's inside his own half of the field. It's a big ask against such a strong breeze, but if you can get that ball into his forward line, he'd have done well. Sends the ball down far side of the field, and that's a great. Now, shot that pass is the key word in there in that full back line. They're working hard here in the middle of the field. Great play, Thomas McGonaghy, great ball in, keen. Shane Griffin trying to get on it, but it's covered off there by, and it's still Shane Griffin. And Shane does great work there, and Shane wins the 65. Great work from great ball in from Thomas McGonaghy. Shane Griffin forced the 65 there, and again Dermot Gannon steps up here to take this one. We've got 17 minutes of this game gone, just over it now. Inagh-Kilnamona very happy here at the moment, 1-5 to no score. They do have the strong elements behind them. Dermot Gannon there just about to strike. He sends it in and straight between the black spot there, just over the black spot from Dermot Gannon. He's done anything here today. That's his third score from frees. Joe Healy's certainly the busiest of the Ballyheigue team here in this first half. I'm sure that could change in the second half. He sends the ball down this side of the field. Up they go for it. It's won by a Ballyheigue man, number 13 there for Ballyheigue, Brian O'Riordan. But Joe Gallagher there working extremely hard, and the ball just gets away from him there. Out comes Ballyheigue, a great clearance out there from the Ballyheigue man. Ball breaking down here, and it goes off of number 10, who's Ned Flahitt there for Ballyheigue. Up steps Brian Arthur there for Inagh-Kilnamona to take this line ball. There's a good contingent of Inagh-Kilnamona people down here. Kind of a fresh air one there, but not sure what's going to happen here. But well done by Ballyheigue. Get the free there. There was a bit of a loose play, I suppose you could say, but great work by Michael Walsh there and winning the free for Ballyheigue. Jason Griffin once again steps up here for Ballyheigue. He'll be anxious to get a score here, but it's way out here right on the sideline, so he'll have to tune this to perfection to get it over. It's a lower trajectory one going in. Now comes Brian Arthur, but it's won there by Joe Griffin. Joe trying to get the ball up. He does on the second occasion, gets it down. Good clearance from Joe. Of course, great ball in there for Inagh-Kilnamona. It's Tomas Barry on the ball again. Still Tomas Barry there, using his strength. Keane Shannon there, he was definitely fouled, but the referee has, in fairness, probably didn't see it. Ballyheigue working the ball out. Inagh-Kilnamona trying that ball seemed to be picked off the ground, but referee again, unsighted. No hurling for Killian Rowan there, but and eventually Ballyheigue get that ball out. Thomas McGonaghy. Cathal Griffin out to Damien Shaughnessy here in the wing. Damien works it. Beautiful play from Damien Shaughnessy. And that is one of the fantastic score of this game here by Damien Shaughnessy. Good work by Cathal Griffin there. And Damien Shaughnessy flicked the ball up, took a sidestep, one look at the post, over the bar. Inagh-Kilnamona stretched their lead. They have a 10-point lead, 1-7 to no score. They have the elements. John Healy pucks the ball out. And that's well won there by the Ballyheigue. Paddy Carroll. He sends it down. Ballyheigue really need to get a score here in this first half if they can. And this might be it because they've been they have just gotten a free here. Patrick Davis goes down. He seems to be injured there. He's back up. Patrick is made of solid stuff, and he's back up on his feet, anxious to get on with the game. This could be the opening score. It's number 13, Brian O'Riordan for Ballyheigue, the Kerry champions. Ballyheigue, a well-known hurling club down in County Kerry there. Produced many great hurlers over the years for the Kerry teams. So Brian O'Riordan standing over this one. How he'd love to get this opening score for Ballyheigue. He sends it, it goes across, but unfortunately it goes a little to the right and a little wide. It's very hard, the elements are very hard for free takers here today, especially down that side of the village side of the pitch. And Paul Keaton sends the ball, a great puck out from Paul. You can just see how much the elements are. And this is Cian Shannon bursting through. Still Cian Shannon. He's coming right through. Great work by Cian Shannon. And he sends it into the back of the net. And that was just a simple puck out from Paul Keaton, picked up by Cian Shannon. He burned ground there. He scorched the grass and kept through right into the middle and picked his spot in the corner. And he shows the experience of a man who played in the county senior football final only a few weeks ago. Sidestep here by the big fullback here. Good work by Kevin O'Mahony. Gets the ball out here. Brian O'Riordan. Still Brian O'Riordan. Ball on the ground. Brian trying to get it, but he's been surrounded by Inagh-Kilnamona men. He wins it back to tenacious player and he gets the ball in. Up goes Joe Griffin and the ball goes inside number 19, but the ball wouldn't come up for him. Joe Griffin again. Patrick Devitt in there, and well won by Patrick. He's been swung around, but he gets the clearance in. Nevertheless, great work by the full back line. Ball goes to the far side of the field. It's won by Ballyheigue man. He sends it in out to his man, but Killian Round ever watchful there, and Killian wins that ball. Nudges it forward there, trying to get it into Cian Shannon. Dermot Gannon intercepts here, and the ball breaks away, and it's a free for Inagh-Kilnamona again, and Dermot Gannon will stand over this one. It's 2-7 to no score in this first half. Inagh-Kilnamona have a very strong breeze. They'll probably need every bit of that score, but it's a commanding lead nonetheless. Dermot Gannon will try and extend this lead now. Good work by Kenny and Rowan there to keep the ball there and keep it alive and win that free. It's just 24 minutes gone in this opening half. Dermot Gannon. Dermot sends it high. Umpires are not convinced. Inagh-Kilnamona arguing that the ball was over the bar. Umpires didn't really know. So the ball has been waved wide, but not sure. Dermot Gannon certainly was confident that it had gone over the bar. And really the referee should have placed himself where he could make the call, but we'll have to go with the umpires on this one. John Healy sends the ball down here. Ball dropping short. Well won by Cathal Griffin. Ball breaks down. Cathal gets over it and wins the ball. Great work by Cathal Griffin. But the ball sent it's been cut out here by Ballyheigue man and is sent down here. Is the ball going to get out over the line? Brian O'Riordan keeps it in play. He's got 3 Inagh-Kilnamona men for company, and one of them is Damien Shaughnessy, and there's a free call there, and that to me was no free. He fair hook. Referee says he was pushed in the back. Nonetheless, it's a free anyway, and Jason Griffin will take this free for Ballyheigue. The experienced Jason Griffin. Ballyheigue won't want to go in at half time, not having got a score in this opening half. Let's see what Jason Griffin can do about this. And he just didn't get the trajectory. The ball comes down, breaks down. Number 8 there for Ballyheigue is Alan Lawler. He gets it in. But Damien Shaughnessy, who's having a terrific game, wins that ball, gets it out here towards Cathal Griffin. The ball has been cut out by Jason Griffin. No relation. Cathal Griffin, excellent work by Cathal Griffin, gets the ball up along the wing here. When it comes to Ballyheigue man, that Ballyheigue man is number 2, Michael Walsh. Michael Walsh sends the ball in. It's been cut out here by Joe Griffin. Great play by Joe Griffin, but he's been hooked here. But Joe, the tenacious Joe, still battling out there, still keeping the ball. Number 18 here for Ballyheigue. This could be the open score. It looks, it's a great score from Darren Quirk there. Gets that open score. And Ballyheigue, after 26 minutes, have got themselves on the scoreboard. Keane Shannon here on the far side, picked out again by Paul Keaton, where the ball breaks away. There's not many frees going on in Inagh-Kilnamona away here. Ball sent down. One here, well done by Inagh-Kilnamona. Michael McGonaghy, he sends the ball, lovely ball up to Tomas Barry. Tomas is going to run with the ball. Tomas now looking for a space. Finds that space, but the ball just drifts out wide. The conditions not that easy to handle here today. But good work from Tomas Barry there. Michael McGonaghy doing an awful lot of work there in the middle of the field there. He's really working really hard and setting up a lot of these scores for Inagh-Kilnamona, who lead 2-7 to 1 point here after just 27 minutes to play. John Healy out this side under the stand here. Ball goes up goes Shocko. Joe Gallagher, Joseph Gallagher, still Joseph. He goes on a Macy's. Beautiful run here by Joe. Ball tipped away from his hurley. Ball still there. Shaughnessy. Damien. Still Damien Shaughnessy. He sells the dummy. He wins it back. Beautiful ball in soccer style into Joe Gallagher again. Joseph Gallagher. Joe looking for help here. He gets it out to Shane Griffin. The ball blocked down. Still Shane Griffin. Ballyheigue trying to get it out. Michael Walsh gets the ball out. This now is coming to Dermot Gannon. Dermot trying to get through there. He's been stopped. The ball has been overturned here and said it's been sent out here by Ballyheigue, who get it out towards the middle, but Joe Griffin way out from his goals, covering up there and doing well. Joe Griffin with the ball. Still Joe. He's making a run down. He gets the ball, hand passes it in. It's been cut out by Ballyheigue man. John Michael Carroll there. Dermot Gannon once again. And looked like he was fouled, but the ball is sent in here into Shane Griffin. Tomas Barry. And T-Bomb, and he sends the ball, and it just goes narrowly wide. Unlucky there from Tomas. He did great work. Just the ball just peeled away there at the last second. Very strong wind and not easy here. But Inagh-Kilnamona really working hard for everything. Really up for the fight and putting the pressure on Ballyheigue here. John Healy sends the ball down the far side of the pitch. Joseph Gallagher fighting there. Joseph does well. Killian Rowan. Still Killian Rowan. He's got company. Ball breaks back. And Ballyheigue clears the ball away there. John Mike Carroll. Good work there by Alan Mullins. Cathal Griffin. Patrick. Ball's in the cross there. Out comes Paul Keaton. Good work by Paul Keaton, and Joe Griffin clears that ball away. It was a dangerous ball in there from Paddy Carroll. Inagh-Kilnamona. This is a great ball. Shane Griffin running on to Shane, tries to get the ball in his hand. Well done by Shane Griffin there. He tries to shield it so he can get at it again, and he does. He kicks it forward, but the ball is cut out there by the Ballyheigue full back, Kevin O'Mahony. Ball at the far side. Killian Rowan is having the battle royal over there on that far side of the field. This time he's been deemed to have fouled. So it's a free. John Michael Carroll there and Killian Rowan having a battle royal over there on the far side of the field. John Mike Carroll is sending over this one. Ball goes to Patrick Devitt, dives out there to try and get to the ball. It's been won here over by number 19, who sends the ball in here, and the ball just goes wide there from number 19, Per Regan. So the score remains if the 2-7 to 1 point. Good puck out again from Paul Keaton. The instruction is getting it down to Keane Shannon, and Keane is fighting hard here to get possession. It looks like he was fouled. He didn't get the free. Killian Rowan, big Killian comes across. Good ball in towards Dermot Gannon, but out comes Thomas Barry. And this time Thomas gets it perfectly over the black spot there. And good work by Thomas Barry. 2-8 to 1 point. We're into the 31st minute of this first half, and Inagh-Kilnamona will be thrilled with the lead they have in this open half. Donegal Callan, the local referee, is a Limerick man here refereeing this. He's still allowed play to go on. There was a couple of stoppages. Dermot Gannon run, beautiful pick up by Dermot Gannon. Still Dermot Gannon, and he sends it high, and it just goes wide. Great work there by Dermot Gannon. John Healy once more with the puck out. You can see the net shaking there with how strong the breeze is. Down this side of the field. Up goes Shaka, but it's won by number 28 there, who's having a great game. Paddy Carroll there for Ballyheigue. It's still Paddy Carroll. He's running down the middle of the field. He's unchallenged, but he sends the ball. And Joe Griffin there reading that ever so well. And Joe gets the ball up here. Keane Shannon running at it once again. Keane trying to win that ball. He's got a couple of Ballyheigue made for company. One of them is Alan Lawler. Michael McGonaghy once again gets the ball into Tomas, and Tomas turns and Tomas strikes, and it just goes wide. Tomas Barry there. He's adamant that was over the bar. He's not getting any joy from the referee, and I think there's a couple of calls there from umpires who are, don't really watch me, but nonetheless the referee has blown the half-time whistle. And Inagh-Kilnamona will be thrilled with a 2-8 to 1 point lead here.